Yo, what is good, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Renegade Roundtable podcast here. I am Jeffrey Kirby. As you can see, we are joined by Jarryd. Jarryd, how in the hell are you?
I am exhausted, tired. I can't wait for Friday. Some people already have the game, but NCAA Football comes out for me tomorrow. I am a poor man. I bought the standard version. I was waiting. So I'm excited to play some college football tomorrow after work. I'm itching to play it.
Sir,
I'm not spending an extra $30 just to play 3 days early. I'm sorry.
first off, you're not bullshitting me. You said pouring me. Fuck out of here. First off, fuck out of here with that.
Okay. All right.
Second off, you always have to pay. You always have to. Now, personally, for me, I didn't get it because I don't have the game because I don't really play video games anymore because I'm on to other things like I did today. If you notice, I look a little fucking crazy, look tired, whatever. He said he's tired. Yeah, I'm tired too. About 15, 20 minutes ago, just got off the golf course, just got done playing 18. Practicing for Vegas because me and a couple of guys, when we go to Vegas in October for the Steelers game, we're going to be golfing. I got to make sure that I'll make a damn fool out of myself. I'm practicing to become Tiger Woods, but in reality, I've become Tiger Wish he could.
Doing better than I can.
Oh, listen, golf, and for those that are in the comment, or for those that are watching, please comment. If you are a golfer, you understand that it is the most addicting thing. Like I'm in a group chat with a bunch of my boys, and so me and one of my guys, shout out to Andy, we're going to be golfing on Sunday. And now a bunch of the guys in the group, other guys in the group chat want to golf because today I went and played solo, but I had one of my boys shout out to Justin. He was with me because he just to have him along for the ride, just for the laughs and memes. And he actually said it looks fun as fuck, and he wants to start getting into it. And so we're out here. We're out here. Pretty soon, I'm going to be trying to recruit Jarryd.
Oh God! Already, my dad's already trying to get me to do it.
Hey, Steve. Hey, first off, shout out Steve, by the way. Second off, hey, you got to do it. You got to do it. It's so fun, man. Golf is so fun. But people don't care about golf here. We care about the Pittsburgh Steelers here, and we are getting close.
Yes,
a week away from training camp.
Thank God.
Yeah, we are about a week away from training camp. It's gonna be so fun. We're official. We're so back. We are so back, and it makes me so happy knowing that that we're itching closer. We're like 50-something days away from the season beginning. I don't want to wish away summer. Like I don't want to do that, but I need football in my veins.
Yep.
I need some football injected into my veins right now.
Yep. I'm happy the game at least will satisfy me for a little bit, but it will be here sooner than later. At least August, the preseason will start, and we will be excited. We'll see how things work out in training camp.
One thing I want to ask real quick is this is a very, very, very important question that I need to ask you, Jarryd, is what team are you going to start out with in NCAA?
Oh my gosh. I really want listen. I didn't go to college, but grew up basically in Central Florida, watch basically UCF the whole time whenever they're on, because that's the town, that's what everyone goes for, I remember the Blake Bortles era, that Fiesta Bowl era, the 2017 national champions declaring themselves when they went undefeated and beat I don't know, did they beat LSU? I don't know I think it was LSU they lost them. I don't remember. Anyways. But probably UCF most likely will be starting. And then I'm going to try different teams. I'm going to try out Ohio State. I'm going to try out Michigan.
Well, see, here's the thing: is if you're going to try to rebuild in those teams, it's like, like doing Ohio State, doing Georgia, doing Alabama. Those
No,
are fun because
no.
you're not rebuilding. You got to do a max school. You got to
No,
do,
Max. No, unless I said
but
UCF would be the first
yeah,
team to
like
rebuild.
like our boy Herb. He did Miami of Ohio. The
Ohio.
shout
You
out
could,
Big Ben University is what we call it.
like after UCF, I was thinking maybe, wow,
Do you? Wait,
USF could be another one too. I could do USF as well.
you got to do like I don't know, Temple.
Temple's a good one.
You got to do
Look at the
Boise
Nevada,
State. That'd be
Boise State,
Blue Turf.
Nevada. Nevada's another small one.
I mean, even if you wanted to do like Cal, you could do a team like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just taking Kent State or something like that, which is Kent State's only about probably an hour away from me. You could do a school like that, but yeah, that was the $1 million question that we always have to ask because
Yeah, definitely UCF, and then definitely another small school. I'm talking about like regular online games. I'm gonna play, of course, all the power.
Oh yeah,
the top schools. Apparently, Oregon's really good on this game, which I don't know how.
Oregon's good. I mean,
the overalls. I don't know. I forgot who's the best one. I think like Colorado's up there as well, which is yeah. I know. Yep. Colorado's up there. Yep. I know. It's a little bit shocking, but you got Ohio State, Michigan,
Alabama, Georgia.
Yeah, Oregon was on there. It was top. I don't know why Colorado's up there. I don't know why they're that high. Like I think they got 2 of the highest overalls in the game.
Well, I mean, like Travis Hunter. Okay, I got no problem with him being right up there because he's going to be a top whatever pick in the next year's draft. I have no problems with him being up there. Sure,
did they have to see more from him?
Come talk to me in February when we're talking draft.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's see how he does this season. UCF does play Colorado this year, and it's at UCF, so I will try to go to watch this game in person if I can. We'll see, but other than that, like it's a good. It's a good game. It's a good. I don't know what other players. They had a top 10 of like the highest overalls, and I forgot half of them already. But
yeah, I just needed to ask that question. Back to regularly scheduled programming, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers here. So obviously the quarterbacks.
Yep.
Clearly, we're going to be intrigued by that because we want to see what Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, how. But outside of that, let's put them away because we already know that's going to be number one.
Mm-hmm.
What are you excited to see in training camp this year?
The O-line development with the three. Yeah, you got the center and Zach Frazier. You got Broderick on the right.
Fatano
on the left. See how they both run as a unit. You still got both elite guards and James Daniels and Sayamalu there. Probably that, and then the wide receiver room. Roman Wilson's gonna be the number 2 in this potentially, but even with the we'll talk about it later. Officially requested a trade, but I think that means nothing to me, to be honest with you.
Well, we'll get into that.
We'll get there, but the receiver room is another big, question as well. In my opinion, is Roman Wilson going to be the number 2? Where's Calvin Austin? We got all these bunch of receivers. We got Scotty Miller, Cordell Patterson. I know he's not a receiver.
It's more of a running back room more than anything.
But Cordell Patterson. You got Scotty Miller. I don't think Quez Watkins. They released Quez Watkins, did they? They released one receiver, if I remember.
It wasn't Quez, or it wasn't
or anyone that I don't know who it is. But anyways, but they have Quez Watkins. They have a lot of guys, basically. A lot of names. Van Jefferson. Another one. So who's going to be the 2 and then the 3? And that's really all I'm excited for. The defense, I'm not really much worried about the defense. Maybe the middle linebacker. See how Patrick Queen fits
Your best friend.
Yeah. Okay. Chill out. Please chill out.
Shout out PQ.
Shout out PQ though, but he's gonna be fit right into this defense. He's gonna get the dot for sure. Making those play calls, and then of course the other side of the ball, you got middle linebacker and corner. Middle linebacker and corner is probably the two interesting spot on the defense side of the ball. You got Joey Porter Jr., you got Dante Jackson, probably gonna have Corey Trice out there for a little bit. Since Cam Sutton's suspended for the first 8 games of the season, you got to see how that depth looks on the back end.
Yeah. For me, there's 2 that I'm really interested in. Number 1 is obviously the wide receiver thing is the most important because we know what George Pickens is. I'm curious to see. Now, we saw it in small glimpses last year when Deontay Johnson was out, where it would look like with George Pickens being the number 1 guy. And now we actually have a quarterback that could get him the ball. We hope, I mean, I'm pretty sure Jarryd can do better at getting the ball to George Pickens than that quarterback that's now in Philadelphia can do. So I'm curious to see how that's going to go. How's Roman Wilson going to look? Van Jefferson, Quez Watkins. I'm wondering if there's a potential chance that Calvin Austin, depending on how things go, could he be a potential surprise cut? I mean, you never know.
Yeah, that's another thing. Who's going to make the team is nobody really talks about.
And you mentioned Scotty Miller as well. He's going to be more probably a special teams guy. Yep. But I mean, those are questions that you have to have.
Yep.
Because you just don't know. So that's what. So you would be GP, Roman, Quez, Van.
I gotta look at it now. I gotta look at it now.
Roman, Quez, Van, Scotty. So that's 6 receivers. Are they going to carry 6 receivers on the roster? That's a question that you have to ask.
So you got Roman, Van, George, Calvin, Quez, Scotty. Then you got Marcus Callaway, Dez Fitzpatrick. Pretty much.
So
that's pretty much.
So yeah, are they going to keep 6 receivers on this team? We don't know that, and that's a question that we have to ask because if not, then one of those guys has to go, and it's just a matter of who. Now, and here's my thing: if you're not going to bring value to the offense, you have to bring some sort of value to the special teams, and that's where I think you get someone like Scotty Miller who could potentially be that. He could possibly give that edge. So, and if that's the case, then that's where you have to have a real discussion of, hey, could there be a slight chance that maybe a Calvin Austin could possibly be a potential cut? We don't know. And for all we know, we could sound stupid, and that very well might be it too. But I mean, it's a conversation that's intriguing to have.
Yeah, because they're going to take 3 quarterbacks. They're going to take.
You don't have to. You could have 2
or 2. Sorry, the 2 and the 1. 2 in the emergency. I forgot that's a new thing. That wasn't been that long, but then you got the 3 running backs: Najee, Jalen Warren, Cordell Patterson. They put him as the running back, and then you got George Pickens. I always said the receivers. Then you got Pat Darnell, Connor Hayward. You're going to take 3 tight ends. You got Fatanu, Moore, Sayamalo, Mason McCormick, Zach Frazier, Nate Herbig, Ryan McCullum, James Daniels, Spencer Anderson, Roger Jones, Dylan Cook.
And that's another thing, too, you got to say. Are they going to keep 7 offensive linemen or are they going to keep 8? Yeah, those are questions you have to have because when you look at it, 53 seems like a lot. That's not really a whole lot when you look at it in that perspective because you never know. And so, and the one thing, too, and the guy that you just mentioned is my second thing I'm most intrigued about is Mason McCormick.
Yep.
I'm excited to see what he's going to look like in the preseason because we have to have the realistic conversation of, is there a potential that he could be your starting guard next year? Your starting right guard next year with James Daniels. And we just had you had a huge extension that came out early this week. I forget who. I have to bring this up or look at it here.
It was the Broncos guard think he got extended. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, so Quinn Meaners or whatever,
Yeah.
he got 4 years, 80 million. So so that's 20 million a year. So that brings into perspective, what could James Daniels get out there in the open market? He's still young. He still has the potential to get a very high contract. So that has to be a realistic discussion that you have to have. And I'm going to be very excited to watch that because, like I said, there's a chance he could potentially be your starting right guard next year for all we know.
Definitely, for sure. Another point, I was looking at the depth chart. I didn't realize these names on the defensive side. I forgot we had Deshaun Elliott. Forgot he's going to be the starting strong safety. You got Dante Jackson, Anthony Averett, Corey Trice Jr. That's how I know it's ESPN, but put Anthony Averett over Corey Trice for now. But yeah, you got Miles Killebrew. He's going to be there. Dean Lowry, I've seen him before.
Yeah, he came from, I want to say, Minnesota,
and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of questions of who's gonna make the rosters. Some names out there, that might be surprising when it comes down who we're gonna cut.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see. Excuse me. How in terms of the defense, obviously yes, it's gonna be nice to see Patrick Queen is gonna kind of see what that middle linebacker room looks like. But defensively, honestly, I really don't have any questions. I expect.
Well, they got a lot of linebackers. That's they signed. I'm sure you saw Tyler Mikadevich.
Yep.
To a year.
He's definitely probably more of a special teams guy again, but
he's gonna be a special teams guy. But that means Mark Robinson's now the last depth chart. Last one out. He's labeled the fourth linebacker behind him, according to ESPN, because they got it's a lot. Like I said, it's a lot of no question on the defensive side. Just basically who's gonna make the team. That's all it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very curious to see how that's going to go. But yeah, like I said, between the wide receivers and Mason McCormick, those are the two things that I'm looking forward to the most because, like I said, I don't really have many questions, things that it's going to be nice to see. Maybe if I do have are they going to let Minkah Fitzpatrick go back to being more of that roamer out there in the secondary where he's best at, where he's been able to be the most impactful rather than having to be that in the box linebacker or almost in a way like in the box linebacker, and he's not being able to be as effective in the pass game. So that's
what they say. Minkah Fitzpatrick's going to go back to his free roaming. I hope so. For his sake. He can't be our best tackler again.
No,
he cannot be our best tackler. That's an issue if he's our best tackler.
And that's where you hope that a signing like Patrick Queen comes into play because he's able, they're able to make a lot of tackles like that, and hopefully he can become you would hope that he can become the guy that can potentially lead the team in tackles. Good God, I can't talk.
Yeah, because the criticism for Patrick Queen from Ravens fans talk about it saying, oh, Roquan Smith, took most of the heat off of him, basically. So, which is,
and you know what? And here's the thing too. Here's the one thing that I love about that saying is people say, "Oh, he's only good." First and foremost, it's complementary football. I mean, it's a team sport.
Yeah.
It's like the example for TJ Watt. TJ Watt gets criticized because he has Alex Highsmith. There's nothing wrong with having another guy. If you ask Myles Garrett, if you ask TJ Watt, if you ask Nick Bosa, if you ask Max Crosby, whoever, they would tell you, listen, we love having guys on the opposite side that can take a little bit of heat. Look at James Harrison and Lamar Woodley. Lamar Woodley was able to take some of the heat off of James Harrison. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it.
Nope, nothing wrong. But of course, if something happens, they're just mad that he left the team. It is what it is. I didn't, when I was playing with Patrick, I didn't ask him those questions, why'd you leave and all that, I don't get a little personal, but he seems like he loves, he's excited about it because we talked a little bit about football. He seems very,
Here, I'm going to put this out there, and I'm going to need you to do your little bit of network. I'm going to say something.
Uh-huh.
Patrick Queen, what's going on? I'm Jeff Kirby here. Your boy Jarryd here. You guys been gaming for a while here. I'm proposing a opportunity. We would love to have you on the podcast. It would be a hell of an interview. That would be a fun time. You get to talk to your best friend. We could always have fun with it too. We could talk about your NCAA. We could talk about what whatever.
I know that's all he's been playing. Playing.
And we know that we'll let you we'll let you get into that. But we are opening the opportunity. We'd love to have you on the podcast here. And you could always reach out to Jarryd, reach out to me, however you want. But yes, we would love to have you on. And this is me practically shooting my shot at that. So thank you very much. Have a great day.
Might have to tag him and see what he says.
Oh, listen, I am tagging him and I'm tagging you, and you better retweet it because I'm going to need you because you're going to be the way to get him on because you two are practically best friends at this point.
All right.
Y'all two are about to become. Y'all ever have them gamer friends that you guys have been gamer friends for God knows how long, but y'all have never met in person? That's about to be y'all two.
Oh man, that'll be awesome. I'll tell him, gonna be at the Jets game. That'll be the only chance. We'll see. I doubt that, but anyways, love PQ. Would love to have him on here for sure. Yeah. Definitely.
But yes, I am 100,000,000%. I am posting that on Twitter. Yeah. We are shouting, we are shooting our shot. Damn it.
Do what you got to do, man. Definitely. It is what it is, but yeah. Like I said, Patrick Queen's excited. Can't wait. He loves, great teammates around him. Try to be a little bit, try to act like, I don't want to say be like a leader because he's, wearing the green dot now. It's a big role coming in from a different team and, from especially a rivalry team. It's probably going to be very exciting for him when he plays against his former team, the Ravens, late in the season. So I wonder, I'll probably, ask how he's going to prepare for that. But
oh, listen, it's going to be so fun because he's going to get booed out of his ass. Love it. Because you came to the correct side. But yeah. That's what we're most excited for when it comes to the Steelers. Getting into the conversation that we have had for months and months and months on this show. We are getting ready to have it again because Mr. Brandon Aiyuk has officially requested a trade, and now that officially has my my ears perked up a little bit more, and we're just hoping and praying that that does lead to something. Now, will that actually happen? We don't know.
Probably not.
Well, you have negative Nancy Jarryd over here.
I'm being realistic.
Who's just gonna shoot down our hopes and dreams when in reality, right now, this is the time where we can hope, where we could pray that, damn it, we could get Brandon Aiyuk to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he's going to be our number one wide receiver to go along with George Pickens. It's going to be a hell of an offense. And good Lord, please let it happen. Dear God,
I want it to happen. But it's just be realistic. Wait, Brandon Aiyuk's going to be the number one for sure, replacing George Pickens. Or 1A, 1B is what you're going to say?
1A, 1B. So there you go. I have 2 number ones on your team. That's not a bad thing at all.
I know, but you got to trade and pay for them. I know we have money.
And that's the thing, that we have a lot of money that we'll be able to spend, in future years too. And with we know that the salary cap's going to increase
every year.
If you get the opportunity to get a talent like Brandon Aiyuk, someone that is able, who's a great route runner, someone who's able to make plays, if you can get someone like that in this offense, you have to do what you can. You have to try your best to get that, because you look in this division. Mm-hmm. You're in the hardest division of football. So first off, you need to try to get as many dogs as you can on this team. So first off, you get Mike Tomlin's doppelganger in here at this point. So that's always going to be a plus. He's meant to be a Steeler. Number 2, he's been liking a shit ton of the Steelers posts, stuff involving the Steelers. So that's going to help the agenda out as well. Number 3, you look at the receivers in this division. George Pickens is a hell of a receiver. Jamar Chase, he's a top whatever receiver in the NFL, at minimum top 5, top 5 receiver in the NFL. Amari Cooper, he's a dog in himself. And then you go to Baltimore and they got, but look at even then you got T Higgins. He's a nice receiver. So you got some guys in this division. You got to do what you can to get your quarterback as many playmakers as you can, especially if there's a chance that you can potentially not have to give up a first round pick next year. If you could find a way to do that, that would be even better.
And what's the price point is the question.
Now we don't know. Now here's the thing. Could this lead to we don't, because right now we always, we're hearing the same thing that we always hear. The 49ers say we're not interested in trading him. Okay. Well, we expect you to say that because if the moment you say, yeah, we'll trade him, then that just hurts. That hurts what you can get.
All the phones are ringing. All 30
it's not that all your phones are ringing. It's a matter of you potentially may lose your hurt your case and being able to try to get as absolute much as you can. Yeah. So if you say this, well then that'll lead a team to try to get a little bit spend a little bit more. Now we don't know. We don't know right now what that could be. And
I'll give you Dan Moore in a second round pick. Please take it.
If that trade Brandon Aiyuk for Dan Moore in a second round pick happened, oh my God, the things that I would do. I would do unspeakable things for that to occur.
It would be an Omar Khan thing though.
And Omar Khan, the con artist, good God, put that shiny bald head, give that man a statue already, damn it. And that's the thing too. Speaking of Omar Khan, could he potentially be, he's playing the long game here. Could he potentially be trying, knowing that, hey, value might come down a tiny bit, whatever it is, and then pounce. We don't, he's playing this long game here with this potentially.
Yeah, because at the draft, rumors they were saying that he was going to get traded or not. At that time, the price was probably still high, a first round pick. Now we're in July, getting towards August. I'm sure that price went down a little bit. Mm-hmm. I don't think that much, but it still went down. Like I said, I just said second round because they can still get a first, but it won't be next year.
But you just gotta hope. I hope and pray. That's all I ask for. I hope and pray.
Listen, I want it. Listen, I'm not saying I don't want it to happen. I do want it to happen. Prove me wrong, please. Prove me wrong. I'm just being realistic. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Brandon Aiyuk will play this year, and then he has 1 year left on his deal, right?
No, I believe he's a free agent after this year.
Yeah, a free agent, right? So yeah, a free agent after this season. And they could franchise tag him if they really want to play that game. But I think they'll play it out this year unless the Niners were actually going to do something, I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, I saw Ricky Pearsall that apparently the replacement is on the non-football list. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it's early. Anything, probably can come back, but I want Brandon Aiyuk. Trust me. I'm not saying I don't want him. I will, it'd be great with him and George Pickens, and then you put Roman Wilson right there in the slot. You're talking money. You're talking money right there. Then you could put after him, you can maybe get Van or Calvin Austin behind. I don't know. I don't know how would you get your 5 or 6 receivers after that. It's going to be tough, but if it happens, then I'll say Kirby's right. It finally happened. I'll tell him I was wrong. It is what it is.
Yeah, well, and so let me ask. So you're saying that you think that eventually nothing's going to happen, and because here's the thing. Now we don't know how true this is. Whatever. Now when we get to training camp, it's going to be interesting to see how he handles this. Is he going to show up? Is he? Because if I'm not mistaken, under the CBA, he's protected, so he's not going to be subject to all these fines and all that.
Yep.
So I don't know, and I could be wrong. If I'm wrong on that, I apologize. I'm off base there, but there's a chance he could if I'm not mistaken, he could be protected.
It could be a whole nother Le'Veon Bell situation.
Well, Le'Veon Bell also because he was under the franchise tag, so he was.
Oh, I know that is different, but still, it's basically that just under the franchise tag, But it could be another one of those holdouts. He could hold out. Okay, if he wants to hold out, okay.
And then we'll see. But yeah, all I gotta say is I need it.
I know.
Give me that SpongeBob meme. I need it.
And it's because that's the question for us for going into training camp. It's the wide receiver room. Who's the number 2 if we don't get Brandon Aiyuk? It's gonna be question marks. And then it's the quarterbacks as well as Russell. How long is Russ going to be good right off the start? How long is the leash Russell Wilson's gonna have? If the team starts 1-4, 2-3,
I think that
2-3, 0-5. Is Russell Wilson still going to be the starter? Or are they going to throw Justin Fields in? How long was that? How long's the leash? That's another. It's a great question because we need to find out who's our guy if it's into one of these 2 quarterbacks. If it's none of them, then we have a problem.
Then you have Dak Prescott that you're going to go to next.
No, we're not getting Dak Prescott. We're not getting Dak Prescott. If it comes down to us, missing on 2 quarterbacks and have to get Dak Prescott next season, I don't know what I'm going to do to myself.
Would you rather go with Dak Prescott or have to go with one of the quarterbacks in next year's draft that is not looking promising right now at the quarterback position, and have another 2022 situation all over again?
Who's the best quarterback out of this draft, Les? Have you looked into that?
You'll have Carson Beck, but he'll be gone way before then. Quinn Ewers, more than likely. Shadur.
Then we have to trade up for a quarterback.
Oh, so you would?
And that's what I'm saying. Listen, would you trade up for Quinn? Is Quinn Ewers worth the trade up for?
We'll find out this year.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking. Is it worth a trade up Quinn Ewers? Should we saying is Carson? Is it Carson Beck?
Yeah, Carson Beck is more likely going to be a top 5, top 10 pick. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it worth the trade up wherever we landed? It all depends this season.
And who knows if Carson Beck goes out there and completely balls out, there might be a chance he'll end up being the number 1 pick, just because that's how that works.
Oh, for sure.
Quarterbacks in the NFL draft, but
for sure. When is Arch Manning come to the draft yet? I don't know yet.
Not yet.
I know he hasn't played much. I know he's behind Quinn Ewers still.
I have something I need to admit here.
Oh boy.
We all know that I love Ohio State.
Uh-huh.
We all know I'm a huge Ohio State fan, love them, and we all know there's a certain quarterback who went to Ohio State that's on the roster right now, Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
I have my doubts.
Mm-hmm.
I have very many doubts about him. I as much as I want him to look like the quarterback that we saw in the playoffs against Clemson in 2020, as much as I want him to look like that, the guy that we saw play against Michigan in 2019, as much as I would love to see that quarterback come out and ball out, I just don't see it happening. I don't. I have my
a lot of people saying that. Yeah, I understand. I feel the same way as well because it's everyone's saying at practice he's not been doing good. Whatever a little bit.
Now,
of practice.
I'll go off of more. We'll see what happens to training camp. Let's see how that goes. We'll see how he looks in the preseason. Now we got to hold our judgment there a little bit too.
Yeah, preseason. Listen, whatever happens during the preseason, we cannot be bamboozled like last season.
But you know what's going to happen?
No, I know what's going to happen.
We're going to get bamboozled because it's what we do. We are fans. It's what we do.
Say this every year.
We are the definition of insanity.
Because
we are as football fans of all 32 teams.
Russell Wilson is going to start the first quarter And then watch, he's going to throw an 80-yard touchdown to George Pickens, and then everyone's going to start, put the tweet out right
the amount
there.
of tweets that you are going to see. That's all I need to see. Steelers are going to the Super Bowl. You're going to see that exact tweet about 5,618 times, and I will be one of those people tweeting that. Damn it! You can bet your ass. Go follow me right there. That's where you'll be able to see that tweet happen if that does happen.
Oh,
and then you'll get the negative Nancy Jarryd, who was right there.
Yep.
Who's gonna say,
I need to see it in the season?
No, I will not cheer. I will act like Greg Popovich. No cheer. I will act like an NPC.
So they're home for the first 2 home preseason, and they go to Detroit. Okay, that's not bad.
Oh yeah.
So you're saying
hold on, time out.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit, huh?
Yeah.
I remember the last time they played Detroit.
For preseason?
No, for the regular. Just overall, last time we played them.
Yeah.
We were there. We witnessed.
Yeah, I know. Don't remind me, please.
We witnessed Mason Rudolph throw the football 50 times in the rain and cold, and
not win or lose.
We tied. I witnessed my second tie.
Yeah.
A tie. 2 ties I have seen.
This is the one thing I wish. I know that they're not going to change it. Get rid of ties. There's no point to have ties. I'm so serious. Just have what the college play. Do it on the 50 instead of the 25. You get 4 shots. Maybe 1 first down. That's it. That's how I see it. No, it has to change. There can't be no more ties. We are not soccer. We are football.
I'm daydreaming I'm daydreaming about that game like an ex-girlfriend or something. I'm like reminiscing how cold it was, how that rain. Oh God!
You're telling me it's less than a month till our first preseason game? That's kind of crazy.
When is our first preseason game?
August 9th.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. If you guys see a random cut, had a quick little audio issue, but we're back.
We are less than a month till the first preseason game. August 9th.
August 9th. So, how many days until August 9th?
You can do the math.
22 days. 22 days.
So 3 weeks. You're literally tomorrow will be 3 weeks.
3 weeks in one day.
Till football. So you can actually watch football. It won't count, but at least it's football.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care. I need it. Oh my God, we go through this every year. I need football injected into my goddamn veins.
And the good thing is, and then college football starts probably 2 weeks later after that, and then towards the end of the month. We're almost there. Football's about to be back. The guys are about to go crazy. Guys and girls, of course, but most guys are ready for football.
And then all that means is we are officially 83 days away until 82 actually, more than likely 82 days away until I'm in Vegas. Yes, I have a countdown. No, I don't care.
That would mean, September, October is really the best months of sports. Baseball playoffs about to start.
Mm-hmm.
You got football about to start for college and NFL. Basketball season a couple weeks down the road in October.
Hockey
comes back as well.
NASCAR will be going.
It's the best time for sports of the year.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Oh, sorry.
We're not in Christmas, but
yeah, I don't want to think of. I love Christmas. I don't want to think about the winter. I don't want to think about cold.
No, I'm sure
Jarryd don't have to worry about that.
No, I don't. No,
although I'm still trying to recruit him to get his ass up into Cleveland for a game.
It's not going to happen.
It'll happen. It's going to happen.
Unless by God's green earth, if I'm off. Once the holiday season starts, it's over. I'm a working hard man. It's over.
But yeah, I think that's about it for this episode. I mean, this time next week we'll be officially getting ready to talk training camp, and oh boy, we'll be excited.
Training camp for sure. I'm just ready, man. Football. Get your jerseys now. Get whatever you need. If you haven't ordered your jerseys for the new season, I need a new jersey for the season already.
Yeah.
Got a lot of retirees on my jersey.
Yeah, I don't have all that many. Yeah, I don't. I might.
Not many active players, right? That you have. I don't have many either. I think I have maybe one or two.
I know I have TJ.
I think
that may be it.
Cam Hayward, Joey.
I did
Porter,
not have Cam. I have a Joey Porter Senior.
Junior. I have the junior jersey, and then I'll be getting a Patrick Queen jersey soon.
Well, that's until
Color Rush. It's going to be Color Rush.
Yeah, I think if I'm getting the next jersey I'd want to get is probably either Cam or Minka, one of the two.
And then I need a white jersey too down the line. I have a couple, but not many.
Yeah, I have one white jersey.
Yeah.
No, I lied. Two.
Yeah, because I know white's not that popular, but
I have Antonio Brown.
Oh God.
And Juju Smith-Schuster.
Oh my gosh.
I know what I'm doing. I'm wearing my Antonio Brown Steelers jersey to Vegas.
You're wild.
That would be interesting.
Oh my God.
But I think that's about it for this episode. I do want to say thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope you guys did enjoy. And if you guys did, smash that like button, hit the red subscribe button, drop a comment. And until then, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Again, if you guys are on Twitter, we're going to post that clip of Patrick Queen. Tag the shit out of Patrick Queen. We'll try to get him on here. Let's try to get him on the pod here. That would be a hell of a thing to have happen for us. And yeah, make sure to click to subscribe. I know some of the views have been going crazy on some of the older videos that I did a long time ago, a few years ago. A couple of Ohio State videos that I posted on here a couple years ago that have been going dumb.
We might have to be like, I know we're watching the games. Might have to react to some of the Steeler games and just maybe throw a clip, throw a video idea on there just so they could watch.
Possibly, yeah.
Just like you did for for your college games.
Yeah, because it seems like my Ohio State videos just always have done very, very well.
I think reactions are up there if you do reactions.
Yeah, so I'll have to I took a little bit of time last year off with the reactions, but I think I might have to bring those back. But until then, like I said, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. I will be golfing this weekend when I'm not working, so you can bet your ass I'll be doing that. For those that did not want to pay the extra money, happy NCAA release day for you guys. I know a buddy of mine who already has 24 hours of gameplay on it.
I believe it. I totally believe it.
But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Go Steelers. Fuck the Browns. Fuck Michigan. Fuck the Yankees. Fuck UCF. Fuck all that. Till then, peace out, everyone.